Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, I've learned so much through this. It's been really, really fascinating, and there's so many takeaways for myself. But I do have one more question for you, Dan,
Shoot.
and that is around people that are graduating and going into jobs at the start of this year. That it's 2022, they're starting out in their career. And what is some advice that you would give someone starting their career this year?
Ooh. And I mean, yeah, regardless of whether they're going to a startup or a corporate, I would say optimize for learning. Like, and when I say optimize for learning, optimize for the learning that you want. If you like, so not just like, oh, okay, here's the structured program at like, your company, but like find out the things that you want to learn, and your priority should be like, how do I learn those things as quickly as possible? How can I practice them? How can I teach them? How can I engage with them? Like maybe you want to become a really good public speaker, maybe you want to become a really good salesperson, a really good developer. But I think like being very intentional about like the way you spend your time, and it's not every second of the day, you always need breaks, but like at work, or maybe it's like side projects, yeah, just really thinking intentionally about like what am I learning and how fast am I learning it, having a clear framework and plan there. I think probably the other piece is, as best you can, try and find other people who care about similar things to you. Find other people, as in like, I mean, then that's a two-part one, right? Number one, and this is an ongoing question in life, but start exploring like what are the problems that you'd want to work on for like 10 plus years in your career? Like what are the things you're like, wow, that's crazy. Like maybe it's climate change, or like nuclear warfare, or artificial intelligence. There's all these cool areas. And it takes time, reading, exploring. But I think one of the best things you can do is just talking to other people. Like co-learning is such a beautiful thing. So find people with good values, who have really high aptitude, who care about similar problems and are doing something about it, and just try and learn from them, teach each other. Like I look back at uni, and like there are several friends like even that I have to this day, and we've actually gone down quite different paths. Friends who went super deep into cryptocurrency, friends who went very deep into the law space, friends who went into video game design, friends who are doing their PhDs. But kind of a common thread there is kind of just like, yeah, like I think like a really strong core set of values that's shared, and just a really really strong curiosity and intentionality to the way they live their lives. And so I think like just, yeah, finding people that you resonate with, like the people you surround yourself with, will just have a huge, huge outsized impact on how your career progresses. One more thing before I forget: start creating content now. Find the things you care about and just start creating. Newsletter, TikTok, social media posts, art, whatever it may be. It doesn't even matter. But when you create content, you will find people who care about things similar to you. And that is just going to be a superpower for years and years to come.